Have you been dying like this? Or this? Or maybe this? Well, don't worry, cause we're gonna fix that. Hi, my name is Fish, and recently I've been playing Constance. I'm having a very good time with this charming Metroidvania, its beautiful painted worlds, and its very cool story. Now, just today, I ran into a section of the game that I'd consider quite difficult. In the Astral Academy, you'll eventually defeat 2 bosses and get sucked into a big black hole, only to face the final challenge of the world. This isn't a traditional boss by any means. No, this is a very brutal, difficult platform section, and it feels really overwhelming. My thoughts are that is very intentional to sell you on the game's core themes, but let's put those aside for now because we don't want to spoil anyone. We just want to get through the section. While I won't go over every single part, I will try to point out some areas that might be more difficult than others, and I'll be giving some general advice. At the end of the video, I'll post my full first successful run without commentary. Sounds good? Let's go! Oh, but if this video helps you, maybe leave a thumbs up or consider subscribing, because that really helps me a lot. Okay, here we go! The first section is not as hard, but it teaches you a lot about the 3 main components of this run. Slipping through hazards with the paint dive, rushing through targets with the paint stroke, and using the float sections to your advantage. It's very important to realize that Constance's position in relation with the target affects the paint stroke's line of action. Constance will always launch yourself straight through the target, exiting it on the opposite side. So if you enter one bottom right, like here, you will exit top left. No need to jump, the targets do the work for you. The first part that might be difficult for some comes after the first set of crumbling platforms. Once at the last platform, jump, dash with the paint dive, then line yourself up with the first target. I recommend falling ever so slightly to the bottom left of the target before hitting it, but that way you can line yourself up for the next target every time. The third and fourth target might require the dash in between, by the way. Do not hit targets when you are above them, you will exit on the bottom and you will fall to a grisly death. Next comes one of the harder parts, but once you master it you should be fine. Hit the first switch to open the gate, then quickly jump to the next switch on the wall to your right, hit it and rush the target so you end up in the cubby on the left. Immediately hit the target above you, stand in front of the gate and use space tab to the left to hit the switch for the gate you're standing in front of. You can then continue your way to the right. As long as you carefully make your way from target to target, the next part shouldn't be too difficult. Just be careful to pass through any hazards you see and make sure you don't overshoot your target. Now once you get to the float beam that's in between some of those prickly things, note that the next target will be a teleporter one. You warp up and continue from there. The section afterwards is actually quite simple, making it a great place to pick up some of the pace by dashing along the horizontal float beam on the bottom. Once you're up here, do not make the mistake of jumping over the pits. There's actually spikes above you, which is a bit of a cheap move if you ask me. Just dash over any of the pits you see. You'll have to be quick however, as you have to go right first, then to the left in the middle section, before going to the right part on the bottom again. If you've been fast enough so far, you should be fine. Think quick however, because the next part is very spicy. After the 3 crumbling platforms, you'll see another teleporter target, your first of many. Now, I will say this, there is an ideal way to hit each target for sure. However, if you don't freak out, it's fine not to strike a target ideally and land your face in the spikes every now and again. You'll see me do that in this footage. And you'll notice that the spikes might do damage, but the monster also stops. Use that quick moment to figure out where you should go next and keep your head in the game. Once you exit on the other side, it's time for the home stretch. Break the walls quickly and paint stroke your way across the books to the tier. Congratulations! You've earned it! Be sure to have a nice break afterwards. Alright, I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Let me know if it helped you in the comments, and if you have any questions feel free to ask. I'm Fish in a Stick, you guys are off the hook, and I'll catch you later.